tell you what. Hey, how's it going? I'm Charlie.
I'm Jean.
Thanks for tuning in to Multicasking, Jean. We're in a Dingle all the way for this holiday season.
Okay.
We're gonna have ourselves a dram of
Dingle all the time.
A dram of some Irishness.
Okay.
This, Jean, is batch number 4. This is the 4th small batch release of the triple distilled Irish whiskey, and this is a marriage. Jean, they got married, but like in the Utah sort of way, because this is a marriage of bourbon, sherry, and port cask.
Utah sport. Okay, so they have.
It's a thruple.
They got more than one wife.
It's a thruple. Jean, it's a thruple.
Maybe they got more than one husband. That'd be something, wouldn't it?
It's a polyamorous bunch of barrels.
You don't hear about somebody having more than one husband. You hear about them all having more than one wife, but...
I disagree. Nowadays with so much out there on the internet. I think you pretty much can Google anything and find stuff. Now, as I'm pouring it, Jean, this reminds me of the... what's that other scotch that we really like that has the bottle that just reminded me of things?
Oh, that one.
I'll remember it later.
Nobody.
So yeah, we're gonna do an Irish. You got the Sassenach shirt on, good for you.
This is Irish, you say?
Irish. 46.5 is the ABV.
Okay.
I'm really excited about the port cask. I like port cask.
Man, I would not, to me, I would guess this as a scotch. I would guess it as sherry finished scotch. Would not at all say this is Irish. Good for you, Irish. Good for you.
If memory serves, and their logo just reminds me of Elf, the movie Elf.
Huh.
Elf.
Why?
Because he looks like he's wearing an elf costume.
Oh. Elves are fun.
Elves are fun.
I get like a sherry kind of a plum, dark red fruit, raisin, plum. I don't know if it's, I guess not sherry, but at first nose it took me as a sherry. What are you backing away? What are you doing?
I'm letting you talk. I'm trying to do this thing where I talk less and you talk more. Oh. So if I back away, then you can just have your freedom.
Normally when you back away, you're like, oh, I got something I gotta say. I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna hold it out. But that's not what you're doing?
Nope. Just giving you your space because I know women like space.
I love my space. Thank you for giving me my space. I'm coming back with just a chocolate plum.
Ooh, yeah.
And chocolate raisins.
I think you nailed it. I think it's chocolate plum raisin pudding. There's a hint of a sherry note there, a hint of a raspberry or a red berry, but mostly it's your darker berries.
Yes, darker berries and chocolate. I like the nose. I'm digging the nose.
I'm going in.
Now I'm going in.
Blind. 100% think this is Balcones.
That's smooth. What did you say the ABV was?
46.1.
It does not drink 46 at all.
Would you say it tastes smooth, like it's triple distilled?
Yeah, I would say that.
Blind, I'm 100% thinking this is Balcones. It has that sagebrush note. It's not the baby blue corn this reminds me of. What is it? This reminds me a lot of an American single malt, actually.
This is sweet. It's cherry pie.
Good call.
Cherry pie sweet.
I've never had a blueberry pie, but this makes me think of what a blueberry pie would taste like. With heavy buttered crust.
Okay.
Interesting.
Would never guess this is an Irish.
Never, no. So for Irish, we've had Powers, we've had Waterford, we've had... Oh, I was just rattling these things off like 10 minutes ago, all the different Irishes we've had.
And now what happens?
Jameson. For me, Powers and Waterford. And actually, this is our first dingle, and then one of the dingles just got the Scotch Whiskey Society online awards. One of the dingles just got Whiskey of the Year. I think back then is actually...
I think it was one of these, but it was a different batch.
Yeah, it was actually Jeff Whiskey, who does a great bottle slapping thing he does, and that's actually how
he slaps the bottle.
He slaps the bottle
like a newborn baby.
Like a newborn baby.
Huh. Do they do that anymore, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay.
But we'll say that they do. But that's how my wife. That's how Gina and I actually met. Is I was sitting at a table, mind my own business, and the first thing she does is come up and slap me.
Yep, that's how it happened.
Is that Santa you're hearing? Nope. That's our dog. Because I forgot to take the collar off the dog. Come here, doggy.
It's Santa's reindeer.
Oh, there you are. Here, doggy. Take the collar off of you, doggy. Boom, collar's off. No more jingle bells. Jingle bells.
It's jingle dingle. Yeah.
It's a jingle dingle miracle.
Put that anywhere.
What was I saying?
I have no idea.
There you go. It's good whiskey though. I like
Green
it.
line, you'll figure it out.
But that's how my wife,
Not
that's how Gina and I actually met, is I was sitting at a table, mind my own business, and the first thing she does is come up and slap me. Huh.
Oh, okay.
That guy knows, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah, I'm blind. I'm thinking this is Balcones, and then I'm ashamed of myself afterwards when I reveal I thought it was Balcones, and it turns out to be Dingle.
Did water do anything for you on the nose?
No. Brought out sagebrush.
Not really too much.
And a savory baking spice. Boom, it's a savory. That's what's getting me to thinking it's Balcones. It's like savory, like you're baking with savory spice.
Mmm. That is just lovely.
Mmm.
Mmm.
I like this. Lot better than I did on the uncorking. So Gene asked you a few weeks ago, and maybe you didn't miss that episode, and that's fine. You have a life to lead. What do you think of the beard? What do you think of the beard? Should I keep it? Or should I shave it? Boo. Like Gene wants me to do. What should I do?
I am not a fan of beards. I just am not. I have never been attracted to a face covered in hair.
Let me just remind you of, I don't know, Santa Claus, Jesus.
Not attracted to either one.
Abraham Lincoln.
No.
What if Brad Pitt grew a beard?
You know, that's his prerogative. I'm not attracted to Brad Pitt either.
What about John Mellencamp, Gene?
Okay, I like John Mellencamp, and he doesn't have a beard.
I'm second guessing my score now. 89. I gave it a 90.
I got an 80.
I gave it a 90, but I'm gonna reel that back in one bit. I'm gonna do an 89. As I'm sitting and I'm getting the finish, and it's a medium finish.
It needs to be a longer finish.
Yes.
It needs more flavors. It needs stronger peppers. But as far as it is really nice. The flavor is the dark plums. But I feel like I have to keep drinking it to get the flavor.
I'm gonna let you figure out. That is loud. I like to throw.
Yeah, quit doing
the
that.
other boards I can just throw down and they didn't reverberate.
You're so destructive.
Your mom's so destructive.
Do you want to know how much this was?
How much did you pay for it, Gene?
$92.
It's a little high.
A little high.
I don't know the age. Do you know the age, Gene? I believe it's non-age stated. I don't think we know the age on this one. I'm gonna guess mouthfeel about 8 years for me. Do you know?
I don't know.
You know.
Yeah.
A little high. $70 range would be great for me.
As far as, but it is tasty. I give it a thumbs up for sure. But I wouldn't go out and buy a second bottle. I wouldn't get a backup for this price.
Okay, yeah, that's a great point actually. Yeah, I would not necessarily need a backup of this. I like what it's bringing, but we don't need a backup.
Don't need a backup. Once it's going, I'm like, oh, it's good, but I've had it.
Yeah, it coats your mouth with a heavy coating, if you will, like a Balcones does, where it's, once you have that Balcones in your mouth, it's kind of like a heavy food that ruins everything else. Does that make sense?
Okay, all right.
Maybe not. Anything to add, Gene?
I have nothing else to add.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Jean, and I hope you are just as thirsty as we are. You should totally edit everything that I just said.
Challenge accepted.